What's up? Alright guys, do some sim racing here. iRacing. Of course, Sebring, just checking it out. Do a couple practice sessions, got a race later. Fanatec CSR. Oh, no, wait. It's not CSR. It's Clubsport. Yeah! Wheel, Clubsport base, Fanatec Clubsport shifter. I'm in the club! Alright, let's go have some fun. My setups, new Sebring, bam, test it. You hear all that shaking going on? Look what the wheel does. All the vibration from this puppy. Oh wait, I'm hitting out. I wrecked. Reset. Let's try this again. Take two. So anyway, in all seriousness, really enjoying the Fanatec products. I replaced my CSR Elite, and I've been wanting to. Well, it took a crap on me, so I'm gonna get it repaired. I already contacted them, just waiting to get the logistics lined out so we can get this thing repaired. It might be too loud. Let me turn it down a second. Oh, that's up. There we go. So anyway, so I've been eyeing this Clubsport for quite a while. Actually, ever since I got the CSR Elite, and then they, I guess a few months later, the Clubsport comes out, and I'm like, holy shit, that's badass. I can remove the wheel. I can change out the wheels. See, you can see that F1 style wheel there. Oh, by the way, I've heard a rumor that Fanatec's coming out with some new products this year, soon. So let's hope it's, I don't know, another wheel, rim, E-Brake, something like that. So, I don't know. E-Brake would be pretty sweet. I have no idea where the hell I'd put it, but it'd be pretty damn cool. But back to the wheel, and it's just an open randomization of thoughts here, this YouTube video. But I really like this wheel. You can see how it all reads out, the RPMs, the, oops, just turned, the shift lights and stuff. It's got a real nice heavy feel, a lot of buttons. And you see I use the paddle shifters there, right? Well, you can go through when you have the paddle shifters hooked up and the Clubsport wheel all at the same time. You can switch back and forth, so it's more comfortable. In some situations when your wheel's cocked all the way over and you don't want to let go of it, you can just grab a shift on the paddle shifter, so pretty nice. Then the same with the other one. Now the only problem I have with this setup is I don't have enough time to play with it all. To go back and be a 12-year-old kid so I can just sit at home and play damn video games all day long. It'd be freaking sweet. But now I got the along with this setup, if you hear all this tick 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 knocking and stuff, I have 5 ButtKickers hooked up to this thing. And what I've done is running Sim Experience, of course, SimBuy from the Sim Experience. And I got one in the very middle. I got 3 on the back, 2 in the front. And these are all the SE editions. This is the Sim Experience edition ButtKickers, the LFE minis. And I'm feeling all the little bumps on the road and stuff with the front and the back. You know, of course, plus through the Fanatec software, through their own wheel, you know, you feel all that. Yanking of the wheel, and it's freaking awesome. But you got the RPM going, like there was right through that part there's a little ripple of the road there that I felt pretty cool actually. But if you have not got SimBuy, I've already said this probably enough times, you should get it. It's only 90 bucks. That's the cheap thing. The most expensive part is buying all the ButtKickers. You can get away with just one, like I mentioned before in another video, and one is a lot better than none. But I've settled in on 5 right now, and I've thought about going to 6, and I will go up to 8. But 5 seems pretty good. I'm not really feeling I need a need for any more, because the 2 that I have up front on my pedals, I don't know if we can see in the camera down there. Right here, see where my, well, you can't see. Whoops. I'm gonna run off the road. But 2 of my pedals are handling, you know, front row texture, front bumps, vertical surges, engine RPM, and shifts. There's actually quite a bit of stuff that it's handling. And I generally turn off the shifts because I just think it's too much for your frequencies get all mixed up. Not that it gets mixed up, that's the wrong way to say it. They don't get mixed up, it's just that butt kickers can only do so much at one time, so it's good to split them out and have different ones do different things. So now I've put pretty much the rear, hope you hear all that on the front. Really jacksing my wife if she's trying to sleep late at night and I'm playing this. Anyway, same things I have set up on the front, I have set up on the back. So the rear has the rear texture, the rear bumps, and I got a couple profiles for each actually. And wow, I cannot drive and talk. And in the middle butt kicker in the back, that one's handling just wind noise, shifts, some engine vibration, and I believe that's it. But what I've noticed in the past is when I've had the shifts kind of running on all 4 butt kickers, and I like that, or all 5 butt kickers, it starts to kind of fade away in the mix of all the other rumblings and stuff, especially if you're on a pretty rough surface track. You don't feel that jolt. I guess if I had to add another one, I would add one to the side of the shifter for shifts, but it seems to be pretty fine now. Let's see what else. I'm running off the track. Oh, you know what I want to show you? The wheel, you can hot swap in the middle of the game, pull it right off, and it's all good. And the thing I did want to show you is, I don't know if I picked this up in the camera, but these little adjustments here, see if I can turn it so which way. Anyway, these little screws right here, that adjust for your paddles to go up and down. Well, it's slotted there. Well, the only problem is that you can only adjust these so far in until the this little metal plate that's in here, until it starts hitting some of your transistors and stuff in here. So yes, they're adjustable, but they got some electronics here in the way that keeps you from adjusting them all the way in. And now this, I got this about in the middle of the adjustment range. When they came fully out, as far out as it could go, and that was a little too much even for my big hands. But in the middle is about right. I'm a 6'1", or actually 6 foot guy. I think I shrunk over the years, but that seems about right for me. Now, that's the only disappointment I have with the adjustable paddles. On the other rim, the F1 rim, these come, let's see there. See those little adjustment slots there? Right there? The same thing on the BMW wheel, but these you can see are adjusted all the way in as far as it'll go, and that's I'm sorry, all the way out rather, as far as it goes. The opposite of what you see here, all the way out. So I can't make these go further out because I don't have enough of this little slot here. So really what should have happened is they should have made this shifter paddle longer in this way, because really there's no electronics in here to get in the way. I mean, there is some, but it's going to be quite a bit of distance to get to it. But these paddles need to come in further so I can have room to push them further out, if that makes sense to you. But anyway, I can't get these things far enough away from me, so it's a little too close, and I would like for this wheel to be another 1.5 inches wider on each side, so it doesn't feel quite like a go-kart wheel. Although, ironically, it's pretty fun on R Factor too when you're playing the karts. So, but that was the only complaint. The adjustments on the paddles, even though they are adjustable, they are a limited adjustment. So, other than that, these things are fantastic. I really enjoy them. I will probably try out some Fanatec and where I can adjust how these look. Go ahead and put this back on here. You see? Go ahead and take off, start going again. Woohoo! Little donut there. But you see, it just works just like normal. Pretty damn cool. With Fanatec software, which is free download to do, you can adjust these where it's got little bars blinking at you, or in between showing your gear, it's showing your speed of your car. If you're looking at the screen, like, oops, if you look at the screen here, I can't see any of my stuff because I have it adjusted. See where I'm at, 14% there. I move this on up, then you can see everything. This is another reason why I have a button box like DSD from Derek Spears button boxes that I'm using right here, but because you can adjust everything, which is badass. But I like to get the screen level with the wheel, so it looks, you know, more real. So volume, I'm adjusting the wrong one here. Okay, so that's going up and down, this is going forward and backwards. So I like to adjust this down a little bit. It's about even with my wheel, and bring it forward a little bit. So kind of like if I'm looking out the side of my window, what it would look like. I'd see the pillar on the side, and that's really kind of how I adjust mine out in each car when I'm playing it. But so you can notice that all the information that's going to tell me something, the gear, the speed, and all that, all goes away. So Fanatec kind of helps out quite a bit where you can see it here, as well as here on the screen and iRacing. But I also have a Sim Instruments dash coming as well, so they're building it right now, or supposedly got the parts in, supposed to build it. So sometime this month I get it. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to say, hey YouTube, what's up? Just kind of give you a little overview of some of the stuff I got going on here. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I did an unboxing of this Clubsport wheel and base, and I have not posted it just yet, but it may be up by the time you see this video. I'm not sure, or I may not just even post it. It turned out okay, but really enjoying the BMW wheel, enjoying the Fanatec products. I've had great luck with their stuff, and I plan on still keep using it. So the rest of the stuff I got up here, like I mentioned, the DSD button boxes, the two different wheels that Fanatec offers. I'm running Clubsport V1 pedals, the Fanatec 6-speed shifter. Most of the time I use it in sequential. Oh, that's another thing. I did an unboxing of this shifter. It's already up on the website. It's a beautiful shifter. It works perfectly, as you can see. And I wanted to also talk a little bit about it before I go here. Thought I was done, huh? I'm not. So the only complaint I would have about this shifter, and I'll just do I guess a pro and con. The cons is, if you see this, it turns. Just watch my thumbs in the. I'm looking over here at my iPad here, not iPad, my Note 8. But this thing will move slightly left and right, left and right, left and right. That's the only thing I have to complain about this. I don't like that slack. As far as a mechanical complaint, I guess. You don't really notice it when you're driving or even if you're switching, but the fact that I can switch from a 7-speed to sequential and stuff on the fly is awesome, and I'll put up with that little bit of slack, but I wish that would go away. See, what else did I not like? Another con for this thing was the tension that you adjust on the shifter. For sequential, it's perfect. I have it all turned all the way up. I will switch it into 7-speed, but 7-speed, I could use a little bit more resistance. It doesn't quite, you know, going back and forth to neutral, great, perfect. I don't really need any more. It springs back to neutral. When I put it in first, it feels great in second, but yeah, I could use a little bit more pushing against me resistance, a little bit more spring tension, so that would be nice, but you know, it is what it is. So works still great. So that's only I guess 2 cons I have. Pros on this thing: it's beautifully made, very solid construction. I mean, it doesn't feel like a toy, so it feels like just a badass shifter. When you're shifting it, it feels like kind of like a BMW feeling. Very smooth, light shifting. Like I said, it's kind of good, plays into some of the cons. It's a little bit light for me. I really like the shifter more like if we got any Mustang fans or Camaro fans out there, when you put in a B&M Ripper shifter into your car and you have this solid, well, you can hear it, you have this solid mechanical hit into each gear, and I like that, and this has it. It just doesn't have that resistance of it, but as much, but yeah, it's still pretty dang awesome. Hell, it could, I guess that would go to another con, I guess. It could, so we're up to 3 cons. 1, this little bit of play in the shifter for a con. 2, the, shit, what was my other second one? I don't remember. Anyway, the other con would be, oh yeah, the lighter spring. So even though you got to adjust it all the way hard, so you got a little bit of slack, it's 1 con, and then not enough resistance as the second one. And then 3rd is I would like to shorten the throw a little bit more. But I mean, it's not that far, but it would be nice if you ever sit in a real car. It's about right where this one rolls over into the stop is where you would have for a short throw shifter for like for a Mustang or Camaro or something, if you're using like a B&M shifter or something, and it would have a real hard positive stop, which this one does, but it just has a little bit longer throw. But other than that, only 3 cons, very minor cons, nothing I'm going to lose any sleep over, because this thing is great. And it comes with 2 different shifters or knobs, and these are industrial style size knobs. So if you see some fancy knob at the store that you want to put on, God, don't pick up a Pep Boys shift knob, please. But or yeah, not Pep Boys. You know, you go to some hardware store and you get these little cheesy ass shifters and stuff. Don't put that on this. This deserves a little bit better shifter. But Pep Boys is great though. Love them. But anyway, it'll take any of your shifter knobs that you want to put on here. So I love the 7-speed. I hardly ever have to use 7-speed just to play around with it. R-Factor 2 seems to support 7 speeds, which I like. iRacing doesn't support 7 speeds, only 6. There's no car in here that does 7, so unless it's for the paddle shifting, like the I think the Williams. I think the Williams is 7-speed, and then the HPX car, I believe, is 7-speed. So, but anyway, put this back in sequential mode. As far as the, and then of course other positives is besides the mechanical, how this thing feels. The shifter is great, positive shifting. It's just a joy to play with. It just puts you more into the game. You know, you're here and you're like, man, I want to bang some gears and get rough with it a little bit, and you can. You know, it's nice. Same with the Clubsport wheel. I mean, you can yank it around and get kind of rough with it when you need to, and don't really worry about it breaking or anything. So it's real nice. Oh, and over the CSR Elite, because I would often wonder what the heck is the big difference in feel between the CSR Elite and the Clubsport. Well, not a whole lot, as it turns out. CSR Elite is a Clubsport base, except the Clubsport base here has a few more electronics where you can hook up 2 shifters and a data port. Has a data port. Maybe the Fanatec's gonna come out with a data device or something, maybe reading your LEDs or something out on another separate device, because they got holes here for something. In the future maybe they'll come out with that, but those are really the only things. The motors are just as aggressive on the CSR Elite as they are in Clubsport. I don't notice any difference as far as that. Probably the difference I would notice is when you're using the BMW wheel like this, being that it's a heavier wheel, you don't feel quite as strong of a pullback on you through this, but if you put the F1 wheel on, you definitely do. But that thing it's a lot smaller to hold, so I tend to lose it out of my hand a lot quicker. But that's about it. And if you have a CSR Elite, should you update to a Clubsport? Not really. Only if you want to go to the different rims and switch out to have a different experience that's more engaging to you. So you know, it's pretty damn cool to go race the Williams car and you put the F1 wheel on it, and then when you're racing like this Cadillac here, you got the bigger wheel, so BMW wheel. It's more engaging that way, and it's pretty awesome. Now on the size of this wheel, being that it's big, and I realize I kind of skipping around a little bit here and there. I'm just random thoughts here of Larry at Truck Junkie Racing, so of my setup. But being that this is bigger, I can fine tune my turn ends a little bit better with it. Whereas the smaller wheel on the CSR Elite, which wasn't a whole lot smaller, but it was smaller, I tend to saw more, saw at the wheel a little bit more, and which didn't make me as smooth. Where this one, I don't saw quite as much on it. You can hold in nice steady turn, so weights turn in, so it's just kind of like that, you know. Anyway, that's about it. Just want to go over some of the Fanatec products that I have, or Fanatec, however you want to pronounce it. They work great. Sim experience is working wonderfully. Running off my IBuyPower gaming PC. Running a what am I running? AMD 290 or AMD R290X graphics card in it, single card, 4 gig of RAM on that card, and 6-core processor. But everything's running beautifully on it. Just happy as can be with this setup, so really love it. If you want to check out more of my stuff, or if you enjoyed this video, shit, let me know. And you know, I can see how many views and stuff I get on videos. I'm seeing a lot of people are enjoying them, so hopefully if there's something you want to ask me and maybe do a video of or something, let me know. Throw it down in the comments and I'll see what I can do for you. So it's just a hobby of mine, so I'm just having fun with it. So anyway, stay tuned for some more videos, and please subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this. So we'll talk to you later. I'm gonna get back out there and race, so later.